Hey, Clem, is the preacher come to see you today?
Hello there, preacher.
Yeah, how you doing?
Oh, doing okay,
Well,
considering.
considering what?
Well, uh, we just uh, we just went down to town the other day. I decided I was gonna sell my hand sanitizer to the people in the town because they needed it. So we put us up a little booth down there and we sold hand sanitizer till till the police came and run us off. They said that wasn't hand sanitizer, but that's another story. We was down there, there's people talking about not being able to buy toilet paper. It was kind of funny to me. I'm sorry, but it was funny to me because uh, we went through this up here in the hills. We went through this a while back. We got to relying on them Sears and Roebuck catalogs. They sent them out for years and years, and we just put them out there in the outhouse, and that's what we use for toilet paper. Well, come to find out, they quit doing that. So we had to go back to the old ways. These corn cobs, leaves, but you got to be careful with the leaves. Leaves of 3, let them be. You know what that is.
Oh, yeah,
Leaves of 5, eat you alive.
that's right.
Anyway, we went through that, so we know. But it brought back a memory that I hadn't thought of for years. I was fishing with my granddaddy one time, and he got the worm on the hook for me. I was just a little shaver at the time, and he throwed it in there, and we just waiting and waiting. Wasn't getting much fish, and he says, you ever thought about fishing from the viewpoint of the fish? And I said, no. I was a little kid. I didn't think about stuff like that. He says, well, that fish has the whole run of the whole pond or the whole river, wherever it wants to go. And it's a hard life. It has to get food all the time. It has to hunt for food all the time. And then you put this worm down there and you just dangle it down there, and he sees it, and that old fish says, well, that's an easy meal. I think I'm going to go for that. And he bites on that, and what do? You set that hook in that fish. He don't have his freedom anymore. You got that fish. Anytime you rely on other people, other things, just like that fish, there ain't nothing free. When you get stuff like that, you understand that there's a catch to it. Anyway, that's kind of like life. You want something free, and you take that free stuff, there's always a hook in there somewhere. And that hook sets, and you're in big trouble then. So anyway, let me get back to my story about the toilet paper. So we use the corn to make the hand sanitizer, and we use the cob to wipe when we had to go do our business. And that's another thing. I never understood city people. I mean, I got kin to city people, but they spend $1,000 on this thing to go out and cook outside. They got a perfectly good stove inside, but they want to cook outside. But when it's time to do their business, what do? They go inside to do their business. I never understood that.
Yeah, that's right. They do that,
I
don't
never
they?
understood that at all. Well, anyway, preacher, I think it's time for me to sanitize again so I don't get that COVID stuff going around. So, put a little on my beard, a COVID catcher, put a little on my hands so I don't get it when I touch my beard. And of course, I got to make sure it's good hand sanitizer. Oh, yeah. But anyway, you saying something about coming to church?
Yes, sir.
Well, I went by it when I went to town the other day.
Well, you should stop in. If you can go to town, you can come to church on Sunday or on
Well,
Wednesday night.
I know, preacher, but
But what?
I don't know. I just I don't know. There's just some reason that I just don't go to town. Just don't go to church. Don't know what it is. Maybe I'll find out someday.
Well, you know, you're out here in God's nature. You see all the beautiful things that God has made. But God wants to put some beauty in us.
Mm.
And if we don't go to the house of the Lord and find out what it is, it's just like that old worm. If he goes and jumps out of the water searching for food, he's not going to find much up there on the land, is he?
No.
He got to get where it's at. He got to get where his food's at.
Yeah.
And that's the same way with coming to church. If you want to find out what God's got for you for your insides, you got to come to the inside of the church.
Well, okay.
Well, now, Clam, are you doing that to me again? You passing out. You ought to know better than that.